On the night of August 14, 2017, the small town of Millstone, Georgia, was shaken by a discovery that would haunt it for years. Police arrived at the home of Pastor Daniel Reeves, a man known for fiery sermons and community service, to find his wife, Evelyn Reeves, dead in their bedroom. She had been brutally bludgeoned, yet there were no signs of forced entry. The front door was locked. Everyone thought they knew Pastor Reeves. Everyone thought he was a man of God. But in the weeks that followed, that image would unravel piece by piece, revealing secrets darker than anyone imagined. Millstone was the kind of town where people left their doors unlocked, and everyone knew your name. At the center of it all stood Millstone Baptist Church, where Pastor Reeves preached every Sunday. Evelyn, his wife of 22 years, was adored by the congregation. Soft-spoken, warm, and generous, she ran the church's women's ministry and often visited sick parishioners at the hospital. To most, she was the backbone of the church. So when news spread that Evelyn had been killed inside her own home, the town was torn apart, half clinging to their faith in their pastor, half whispering that something wasn't right. The crime scene was unsettling. Evelyn was found lying beside the bed, her head fatally injured from blunt force trauma. There was no sign of forced entry, no burglary, and nothing of value was missing. Detectives noted something chilling. Evelyn's Bible was still open on the nightstand, as if she had been reading before she was attacked. Pastor Reeves claimed he'd been at the church late into the night preparing Sunday's sermon. When he returned home, he said, he found his wife dead. But the neighbors told a slightly different story. They heard shouting earlier that evening. Detectives began peeling back layers. The first cracks appeared in the seemingly perfect marriage. A hidden phone was found in Evelyn's dresser drawer, filled with messages to a close friend, confiding about marital problems. Evelyn wrote about her husband's temper, his late nights, and something more disturbing. She suspected he was being unfaithful. Financial records revealed the pastor was deep in debt, gambling debts, the kind no one in his congregation knew about. And then came the rumors. Several women in the church admitted, quietly, that Pastor Reeves had made inappropriate advances. Suddenly, the man of God didn't look so holy. But there was a twist. Forensic investigators discovered a partial fingerprint on the lamp used as the murder weapon. It didn't match Pastor Reeves. Attention turned to Deacon Samuel Carter, a loyal church member who spent an unusual amount of time at the Reeves house. Some even whispered he was too close to Evelyn. But Samuel denied any affair and provided a solid alibi. Security camera footage showed him working late at a warehouse. Then came another shock. A second fingerprint from the lamp matched a young woman named Melissa Grant, a former church secretary who had abruptly left Millstone 2 years earlier. Melissa admitted she had once been romantically involved with Pastor Reeves. She claimed he had promised to leave Evelyn for her but never did. Detectives pressed her about the night of the murder, but she swore she hadn't been near the house in years. DNA evidence seemed to back her up. No trace of her was found anywhere else in the home. So why was her fingerprint on the murder weapon? The truth unraveled thanks to one small detail Evelyn herself left behind. In her phone, detectives found a drafted, unsent email addressed to the church board. In it, Evelyn planned to expose her husband's affairs and financial misdeeds. She even named Melissa as one of the women. Investigators realized what had happened. Pastor Reeves had retrieved an old lamp from church storage weeks before the murder, the same lamp Melissa once handled when she worked there. That explained her fingerprint. It wasn't Melissa at all. It was Daniel. Detectives confronted him with the evidence. His wife was preparing to go public, which would destroy his reputation, his church, and his finances. Under mounting pressure, Pastor Reeves finally broke. He admitted that Evelyn threatened to leave him and expose everything that night. In a fit of rage, he struck her with the lamp. He staged the scene to look like he'd discovered her body after returning from church. Pastor Reeves was a man living a double life, praising God on Sundays, but drowning in gambling, lust, and lies in private. Evelyn, torn between loyalty and betrayal, was finally ready to speak out. Her courage cost her life. The congregation was devastated. Some refused to believe the pastor could do such a thing. Others admitted the signs had been there all along, but they had chosen to look away.